Grand Rising and peace in, you guys. So you guys may not be aware of this, but in the midst of all this energetic shift and this turmoil, children are missing a lot of days of school. And it's gotten to the point that it is so bad that they are calling it absenteeism. And guess what, parents? They're making you pay the price. A lot of parents are being fined and prosecuted. Check this out.
Almost 15 million students chronically absent or missing at least 18 days of school. That's the challenge the country faces.
4 in 10 D.C. students are missing too much school.
Truancy and absenteeism are at record highs.
And it got worse during the pandemic. 80% worse in the 2021-2022 school year versus the year before. So how are states trying to solve the truancy problem? Some parents are being prosecuted and locked up.
I don't want to miss out on high school.
Texas sophomore Diego Ruiz says he's a diligent student, excited about the high school experience.
It's really important years of your life.
But he and his mom, Felicia Perez, were tied up in court, both charged with violating the state's mandatory school attendance laws after Diego was absent 21 days from Woodville High last spring in pain with a stomach ulcer.
I thought that this was just ridiculous because of the accusations.
In addition to a $200 fine against her, Perez's son was ordered to do 16 hours of community service, and she could face jail time. What would happen to your family if the police were to arrest you for these truancy charges?
That would be very counterproductive to what it is that they were trying to do, which was get them to school.
Their story, an example of some of the more draconian truancy penalties across the country.
No one is prosecuting people like me.
Missouri attorney Ellen Flotman worked on appealing the sentence of a single mother who served 15 days in jail for her son's 14-day absence.
They're prosecuting indigent, poor single mothers like my 2 clients.
Some districts are paying attention, partnering with outside agencies to combat the problem without quickly moving to prosecution.
We'll do in-home family assessments, or they'll do family assessments at the school.
Mobile, Alabama District Attorney Keith Blackwood says early intervention is having a tremendous impact in his district.
As of December, we had 10 petitions filed. That is still far less than the hundreds of petitions that were filed over the last 4 or 5 years.
Almost 61,000 cases were petitioned to juvenile courts in 2018, according to a national report from the Council of State Governments Justice Center. Their research shows that an arrest, court involvement, or suspension decreases the chance of kids attending classes and completing high school. In Texas, truancy laws require intervention before the courts get involved. The district says if a student continues to be absent 10 or more days after it has exhausted all resources available, it is required by state law to refer the student to truancy court. Perez disputes this claim and describing communication with school officials.
There should be some sympathy in there, and there should be some concern. There was nothing. There was no go-between.
How do you feel about this fine and the potential arrest of your mother?
I passed all my classes last year. I got masters on all the tests, but despite all of that, it's still an issue. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't have been in the first place.
Rahima.
First of all, I want to say that kid looks like Drake. Second of all, what is going on in the world that so many children are missing so many days of school? And the only thing that comes to mind is all this energetic shift that is going on right now. So many people are getting illnesses and disease. So all of that stagnant energy, all that trauma and that karma that people didn't deal with, well, guess what? Now because the earth is being shaken, that's the heart. That is the heart of the universe, which is directly correlated to your heart because you come from the universe. So earth is shaking off that negative energy, and you must too. You need to purge just as she is doing. So that's one of the things that comes to mind, not to mention it's not just students, but a lot of people are going through this as well. Dogs, animals alike, all these things are going through it. So let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. You already know what to do, y'all. Keep up with me on my other accounts, especially on my YouTube, where I go deeper on the esoteric level at these topics at hand. Let's get this shift, y'all. Peace in.